All right, we're going for it. So, I just want to show you something really quick. So yesterday I tried to change the Android icons, still having issues with that. I got to look it up. But for iOS, they have this new folder structure here that lists all the various icon sizes. So now they have icons for settings, spotlight search, and for the app. So that's why there's so many variations. And these are for obviously the different screen sizes, iPads and iPhones. And so there's a JSON that's created that explains like which one of these files goes where, right? So like as an example, I'll just show you real quick. But that's opening Xcode. Okay. So like the 180 PNG is for, what is it? App icon. Doesn't say. Expected to say like, oh, right here. So iPad. Oh, and the watch. I forgot about the watch sizes. But anyway, so it has a system for so the website I use output this for me. I just gave it one image and it scaled it for me, so it's much simpler now. Now, how do you do this in Visual Studio? Well, the assets.x assets folders here, it actually can open up, and there's this visual representation of all the different sizes. I'm wondering if I could just replace the folder, but first I'm going to try dragging in the files themselves. Oops. Stop doing that. Let's see if this works. Visual Studio would like to access files. Okay. Yeah, that just broke it. So we'll try to replace the whole folder. Because I think what I would have to do is drag on the actual little icon, and that's too slow for me. So let's find this in Finder. I just broke it. We'll go back a step here. All right, so it should be under iOS, the iOS project, and it's this folder here. So if I just move this folder out and copy this one, should be as simple as that. Let me just close out Visual Studio because I think I broke it when I opened all those files. So that's the one thing I want to show you guys, and hopefully that works because I really do have to run. But there's one other thing I figured out this morning I want to show you guys. Two other things, really. Small things. Well, one of them's kind of big. So wait for that big announcement coming in 30 seconds. File not found. It's looking for icon 1024. Do we have 1024 in that folder? 1024. We do have a 1024. Did it say icon.1024? The names might be different. I should have checked that first. Check my trash. Yeah, they're all named icon. So what I can do is in Finder, I can rename all of them. Come on, Shift. Rename. And there's a way to add text. So I did this the other day. Add icon as a prefix. No dash needed. And done. Cool. That should be all it needs. All right, so assuming that works, yep, there we go. Let's look for the icon. Come on, come on. Did you guys see it? I didn't see it. Goals. Maybe I have to reinstall. Yeah, it's using the default app icon. So same thing that Android did. Just can't find it, I guess. Which is sad. Very sad. Try again. So we got as far as we got on Android, at least. We're able to swap the files and then get it to use a default icon because it can't actually find them, which is lame, but yeah, sucks. All right, well, we'll come back to that just like with the Android stuff. So thought that would be simpler, but it didn't work. We can also try using Xcode directly to change those. Yeah, it didn't work. So the other thing I wanted to show you real quick is that I got Writer to work, which is freaking awesome. So as you guys know, I said after I updated a Big Sur, my Mac OS, I could not build or could not deploy to Android. So after putting in a bug, they were asking for more information about what .NET I'm using, and that's when I realized I'm using .NET 5, which I think is a pre-release still. That's just what Visual Studio installed. So I was able to figure out how to change it to 3.04 or something here, 3.1.403, which is the previous release, the long-term supported release. So to do that, I had to completely delete every folder for the runtime and the SDK for .NET Core. Using their tool did not work. I had to download a separate tool to uninstall. Did not work. I uninstalled just the version 5.0 didn't work, so I uninstalled everything and then I actually didn't reinstall .NET Core. What I did is I opened the Writer project with everything uninstalled. I also deleted all my library preferences and caches for Writer and reinstalled that, but I don't know if that was necessary. But then I opened Writer, and Writer had a nice little hint that says, hey, you don't have .NET Core installed. So went to that. It opened up this page I showed you here in Preferences Environment, and here had a little install button, and it installed the LTS version of .NET Core. So that was all I needed. Everything seems to be working and running fast as far as I can tell. Emulator was still slow to boot up. So one last little thing I wanted to show you guys is I wasn't sure if the emulator was using hardware acceleration or software acceleration. In the past, you would have to, I believe you would just when you created the emulator, you would choose that, and there was no way of changing it, or at least I don't remember a way of changing it. But I actually found out, so this is where you used to get stuck, by the way, install selected projects. Don't get stuck there again. Don't tell me it's still happening. No, I think it's just there's something going on in that step that takes a second. But that's where it was getting stuck before. See, so now it works. It's still got that long white screen I don't like, but it definitely is performing better. So remember I was getting locked up yesterday for no reason at all. I think it's because it was using software acceleration. So to change that, sorry, it's under Tools. You go to your AVD Manager. You can also access this through Android Studio, obviously, or even IntelliJ if you wanted to use that. And you can edit it. So of course you can edit. Sorry, this icon here. But what I didn't realize is there's now a drop down for emulated performance where you can choose. It was set to automatic. You can choose the hardware or software acceleration. So I chose hardware. And this is a Mac with a AMD GPU, so it looks like it's working. Doesn't have any issues with that. So that was good news. So I'll be going back to Writer. The only thing is Writer doesn't do some things that Xcode or Visual Studio does. In this case, I saw if I go to info.plist, it just shows here as like XML type, declarative style. But if you open an Xcode or Visual Studio, you actually get a graphical list that you can edit, the info plist. And same thing I think with the, let's see, where's the folder we just replaced? Looks like they have different structure here. Go to File System, iOS, and here's the folder. icon set. I wonder if these need to be up one level. That could be the issue. No, because I think that was the structure we had in the previous one. It was assets, and then yeah, same structure. And it even had a contents.json, so it really should be working. So if I run iOS through Writer instead, maybe we'll get lucky. Let's see what it installs. Oh, by the way, this is the info plist from Xcode. See, it's actually got drop downs and change the type as well as the values. It's much more convenient to use that. But for those cases, I don't mind opening Xcode for stuff like that. It's always hard to swipe on this with the mouse. Okay, so yes, it's broken. But anyways, that's what I want to show you guys. I really do got to run, but hopefully this stream's good. YouTube's telling me it's not, but I just hope that the replay buffer that I turned on here, stop replay buffer, or sorry, start replay buffer is what I hit. Hopefully that works. It's supposed to be a 20-second buffer. It says no frames are dropped because of it, so it seems to be working, at least on this end. Internet is great right now. I think they fixed that. Let's see. Yeah, there we go. Look at that. That's an amazing download, but the upload I think is still not quite what 4K streaming would require. Don't know what 4K streaming would require without a buffer, but it's getting 43. That's actually not 40. It's not too bad. Finally getting what I paid for. Didn't realize it wasn't. But OBS, yeah, I think the buffer is what really counts. So I'll check the stream, make sure it looks good. But hopefully you guys already know it does. All right, that's it for me. I'll talk to you guys later.